Hello, this is Bruce. I wanted to speak this time um, concerning, again, the issue of honesty and truth and the consequences of not telling the truth. I just read an article about how Obama is about ready to start sending out ads to, I guess, swing state places. I guess that won't happen here in Tennessee, but certainly other parts of the country are going to start seeing some of the massive ads that he can send out with all of his money. And basically, they are spouting a system of lies, just as was in the Newsweek article, uh, touting how stupid conservatives are because they don't see the purpose or the um, things that Obama has done to help the country, that we're too stupid to understand what he's doing. And they continue to repeat these same kind of lies that was in that article, such as Obama's added 2.7 million clean energy jobs. He's lessened our dependence on foreign oil. He's made us safer by killing Osama, and things of this nature. Um, I don't know where they get this number of 2.7 million, but it's obvious from anybody who lives in America that this has got to be false, because the unemployment is still, using their numbers, 8.5%, which is far higher than it was when Bush was president. And if you use the true numbers, you're probably talking about 11.5% up to 16.5%. Um, and I don't want to go back into those numbers and how they're arrived at. Anybody can look that up. But the fact of the matter is that the people are suffering. We all know that. We know that his policy of like not allowing this Keystone pipeline to be built, um, and his regulations on offshore drilling, and the increased regulation for truckers, diesel operators. And that's just to name a few. There are a vast number of other changes that are increasing the cost to each and every one of us. We know this. We know that no matter what he says, it is basically, and I just want to call it black and white. I want to call it a lie, because it is. It is not a matter of misstatement of numbers. It is not a matter of a different point of view of the numbers. Um, they just don't have any concern about telling lies anymore. They don't care whether they're lying to us. They just want to get elected. They want to keep their power, and they want to increase their power over each and every one of us. This is um, a byproduct of this lack of telling the truth. They are willing to say anything to stay in power, and they're willing to destroy anyone who gets in their way. They are attempting in every way to control the internet or to control television. They're trying to control the auto industry, the banking industry, the credit industry. It just doesn't end with them. The judges and everything else that they're doing, the medical coverage, what they're doing with Obamacare, um, what they're going to do with these new regulations are, and consumer protection they call it, and this SOPA Act that they're trying to get put into place to control the internet. It just never ends with them. And we also see how they personally try to destroy anyone who gets in their way. This attempt to destroy the Koch brothers, who I'd never heard of until the Obamanites and the Democrats have made them a key part of anything they do. But At least, I don't know what they're saying in their ads, but at least the Koch brothers are using their personal freedom to tell others what they think. And I'm glad someone like that is out there. I hope they're being honest in what they're saying in their facts, and they probably are, based on what I've read about them. But um, they're using their own private money. In most cases, Obama, by funding money to all these Democratic operatives and giving billions of dollars of taxpayer money to like Solyndra and so many other people, and all that money ends up going to their pockets, and then they end up giving money back to Obama. Basically, they're using our taxpayer money to help fund his campaign. It's just a money laundering scheme, um, and it just makes it that much more important that we try to find someone who is honest, um, and won't give in to the I don't know, the moral ambiguity that is so prevalent within even the Republican Party. Hopefully, we will find someone who will be honest. Um, but if not, if then we have to call them out on that. We have to hold them to their feet to the fire. And fortunately, with Republicans, that works. With Democrats, it doesn't. That's why Democrats need to be thrown out. I'm not talking about regular Democrats throughout the country. I'm talking about national Democrats like Harry Reid, Nancy Pelosi, and Obama, and so many others that are in Washington, D.C. Um, they need to be stopped from a political standpoint. But I hope that each and every one of us will investigate this to go beyond what Obama is saying in these ads, to not get carried away with them, not even get mad at them. Just ignore them. Just ignore them. Start telling your friends, start telling others about the lies. Investigate the numbers. I believe it's very easy to find the information that you need and that you want. I highly recommend Glenn Beck's GBTV. I believe the information there is very good, and it at least gives you a good point of view from a conservative, libertarian type of point of view. Um, there are many other sources. One of the sources I use for my information is the Heritage Foundation. Another one is American Thinker blog. And there are many other blogs like that. And they're all trying to make sure that enough information is gotten out there that people can make good, concerned choices. Because we need everybody working and not getting discouraged, because I believe Obama is going to hit everybody in this country hard by trying to destroy the public view, maybe of whoever the Republican nominee is, and he's going to continue to try to destroy them personally because he doesn't have anything really to run on from a presidential record. And so he will use everything in his power to just oppress us, to make us think that nothing out there is better than him. My point of view in this race to see who will be the Republican nominee, I really don't like Romney very much, but quite frankly, I would even take Ron Paul, who I consider to be the worst Republican nominee, over Obama. I don't think he can win, but I just I want to encourage everyone to keep that in mind. not get discouraged no matter how that this turns out. And I don't think it's over yet. Maybe Santorum, or I know Gingrich is a great fighter. I don't really like him that much, but he is a great speaker and a great fighter. And at least he says things that are very conservative. And maybe he's changed from his big government days, but maybe he won't once he gets into office. I don't know. But I do know that a Republican can be more influenced and more guided or pressured than any Democrat can, especially Obama. If he's given another term, he will just simply destroy this country. There is no doubt about that. His mindset is that we are wrong as a nation in the history, and our culture is bad, and more importantly, he's going to transfer the wealth to those he thinks deserve it better than we do, and that's just nothing more than big government and socialist in my mind. And we need to do everything we can to stop this. Thank you.